Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're in the Christmas t-shirt because we have to. This is the most insane test server we've ever had. Today I'm going to be showing you the new features. I also did a video looking at the new champions, including my new most wanted champion in the game. I'll probably never get him, we'll see. Alaz the Sun Bearer, who just, oh my god, he is the coolest. Frickin' hell. He's so cool. He's so cool. On top of having some crazy moves like AoE burn that instantly blows up Stone Skin. Oh my god, this guy, he's got some crazy stuff going on. Yeah, we've got some insane champions in this patch, but we also have an insane amount of new updates as well, which we're going to be checking out in this video. So, first of all, let's touch on this. We've got, of course, the Blessing Rebalance. Let's check that out and see what is coming. We got a preview of this before, but this is how the stats work. So you can see, actually, let's go to a 6-star here, first of all. So my 6-star Nekmothar, with every single blessing in the game, as a legendary, is now going to be getting 8,500 HP, 750 attack, 600 defense, 38% crit damage, 75 resistance, accuracy, and 15 speed. The stat gains you get, the stat gains from now being 6-star awakened, are just absolutely bananas. You get so many stats from this. Let's see, can we see an epic? Epics are not getting as many stats, but it's still strong. We should have, yep, we've got 6-star here. So rear guard, for epics, you're getting this many stats. It's still really good. And for a rare, which obviously are the easiest to get 6-star blessings for, rares are getting a good bit less, but it's still quite decent, but a good chunk less than the others. But yeah, the power creep, honestly, in these stats is nuts. Also, in terms of how they break down, it's quite different. In fact, you get stats for every level. So at 1-star, you get your first level of the blessing effect, but that's the level you get, in fact, nearly all of the HP. There's 1,000 HP at 4-star, but you get almost all of the HP benefit, again, for every blessing. Now it comes at 1-star. So suddenly, being a 1-star awakened champion is giving you a massive chunk of HP. It makes you a lot more survivable, a lot more. Every blessing now gives you a big chunk of attack at 2-star. So again, getting your nukers up to 2-star is now really powerful. This is much stronger than it was on the live game, right? In the live game, I think you get 500 attack at 2-star. For legendaries, now it's 750. So there's been big power creep there. At 3-star, that's where everyone gets defense. And again, it's 600 defense. This is much stronger. You used to get it at 2-star for, let's say, Polymorph would give you 400 defense at 2-star. Now you're getting 600 at 3-star. So you're getting 50% more, but you have to be 1-star rating higher. I'd say this certainly makes defensive nukers a bit harder to optimize than attack nukers, because attack nukers get their boost, big boost at 2-star. Defense nukers have to go to 3-star. At 4-star, 1,000 HP, not much. Doesn't even really need to be there. Like, why is there 1,000 HP at 4-star? I don't know. I guess just so there's something. Bit weird. But you get now crit damage, up to 38% for legendaries. Also, I didn't mention, but mythicals actually get more than this. I can show that as well. Mythicals get an insane amount of stats. Again, that's a massive chunk of crit damage. Pretty big for all of your nukers. At 5-star, that's where you get your resistance and accuracy. 75 for legendaries of both of them. I'm pretty sure that your blessings before gave you accuracy or resistance at 4-star. I think they gave you more at 6-star. They used to give you more at 4-star, but I think it was only 50 of either resistance or accuracy. Now you've got to wait to 5-star to get those, so that's actually, maybe a bit of a pushback. You might have some 4-star champions that were relying on, let's say, accuracy from 4-star that aren't going to work anymore. You're going to need to get them up to 5-star just to get that accuracy again. So that kind of sucks, but this is pretty powerful. At 6-star, you now only get speed. So what they've basically done, I think, is take the extra stats from 6-star, distribute them through the other star ratings instead. So 6-star is maybe a little less exciting, but all the lower star ratings have actually become much more intriguing, much more powerful to go for. It's kind of nuts. Like, let's take a quick look at, oh, I didn't click into it properly. There we go. If we check out a mythical, Ward of the Fallen, doesn't even matter. So mythicals get 10,500 HP. They get 900 attack, 750 defense, 45% crit damage, 90 resistance accuracy, and 20 speed. Like, Mythical Awakening is just insanely strong. So all of these blessings are now really supercharging your stats, like to a level that's, how does that compare to empowerment? I don't even know, but it's pretty massive. On top of that, we also have all these new blessings. Emergency heal did get slightly nerfed since they first revealed it. It now has a 1-turn cooldown, but this is still really good, right? Up to a 15% max HP shield whenever a shield buff expires, is removed, or is broken. That's pretty juicy. Indomitable Spirit now affects more stuff. Iron Will has been reworked. I did see some people pretty disappointed in this one. Heaven Cast has been reworked. More damage from more buffs. Again, this is really going to come down to the maths of it all to see what is good. Dark Resolve has been reworked, so you do more damage for the more dead allies. I think that's actually pretty interesting. Lethal Dose now gives you a lot more damage from poisons. What else got changed? Did Chainbreaker get changed? I don't think so. Faultless Defense got changed. Whenever an enemy attacks an ally under increased defense, placed by this champion reflects damage back. Very interested to see how this is. Like, does that knock a point off Fire Knight Shield, for instance? I'm not sure. We'll have to test that out, but that's exciting. And of course, the other big one is Polymorph. Now can only occur once per enemy turn. I think it's still going to be pretty powerful. So yeah, the blessings are looking kind of nuts, guys. The stats are insane. It's definitely, I think these stat changes are going to completely change the way that you approach blessings. Like, the stats are so insane. Yeah, like, you're really aiming for it. Certainly 2-star, and your attack nukers is big. I mean, even having, like, if I show you like my Wukong now, thanks to this stuff, he becomes really tanky. It's surprising. Like, my Wukong now is like 53k HP, right? And 2.7k defense. Like, he's getting so much defensive stats from these blessings. It's kind of nuts. And like, his other stats have gone way up. It really adds up very quickly to make people very tanky. Like, it has a huge effect. Like, my 6-star Shazar now, again, he's coming in with like 50k HP, 3.4k defense. Like, what has happened? Again, he's suddenly become this uber tank out of nowhere. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of stacked. I mean, obviously with Shazar, we can now change him into probably Polymorph, right? Or maybe Temporal Chains, decrease speed, and push them back. I don't know. We could probably put him into Polymorph, just give Shazar like a 20% irresistible sheep. Why not? He's getting all the same stats. So now my Shazar with the crazy aura, he's going to be the lead. He's now sitting there with the, I mean, he has a ton of accuracy. He's going to probably polymorph them anyway. Now he's got a 20% chance to polymorph. Like, I think, yeah, this blessing, I said in that video when we first talked about it, I think it's really changes up the game. And yeah, it really changes up the game. Now, we jump over to the Altar of Souls. What they have done, guys, is they have upped the chance to get 6-star souls for legendary champions, which is pretty cool. It's actually just rank 6 souls in general, I think, have been upped. And also 6-star have been upped as well. Let's take a screenshot of this and let's compare it. Let me go back to the live game. It'll take a while. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I actually had it pretty quick because I took it on my phone earlier. I stuck it up on Drive. So these are the old chances, and these are the new chances. So what has really changed? Well, if we look at Mortals, right, I think that they've basically moved. Yeah, they've taken, I think, 2% is it out of rares and put it into legendary. No, not quite, 1.5%. So they've slightly reduced the chance to get a rare champion and up the chance for legendary. For Immortals, I think they've done a similar thing. Yeah, Immortals, they've taken chance out of rare and yet 3% chance out of rares, put it into legendaries. So they're making legendaries much more likely. For Eternals, I think, off the top of my head, I think they took 10% out of Epic and put it into Legendary. Yeah, old version was 70% Epic, 20 Legendary, 10 Mythical. They've now put it 60% Epic, 30% Legendary. So Eternals just got way better. On top of that, they've also upped the chance for your rank or 6-star stuff as well. So I believe if we go to the live game is now, right, you have a 48% chance of 1-star, 0.5% chance of 6-star. I think what they did was they took a small 0.25% out of 1-star and put a 0.25% into 6-star. That doesn't, off the top of my head, that doesn't seem to make that much of a difference for your mortals. But hey, for Immortals, what have they changed there? They've taken 2% out of 3-star and they've moved that 2% into 6-star. So that's nice. And then for Eternals, they've changed it from an 80-20 into a 75-25 split. So yeah, again, we can work out exactly what this all means moving forwards, but this is kind of crazy. They've made all the Soulstones much better, actually, quite significantly. So yeah, your chance of getting legendaries has gone up a big chunk, and your chance of getting 6-star souls has gone up a small chunk as well. So actually, this is a big surprise. I never would have seen this coming. I mean, let me know what you guys think, but I never would have seen this coming. I never saw them actually coming in and buffing Soulstones, but they've done it. I think it's a pretty great move, right? You've just rebalanced these blessings. You have made Awakening champions much stronger. I think it's a pretty good move to then come in and make Awakenings more accessible. Speaking of that, the wish list has been massively improved. Before, you had a 2x chance of getting souls from your wishlist champions. That's been quadrupled up to an x8 chance, or 8x chance of getting souls from the following champions. Yeah, needless to say, this makes the wish list much more impactful. How impactful does it make it really? I don't know. I think it actually makes a bit of a difference now. Again, like, you're not going to go in and pull your soul stones and get a bunch of Yumiko souls, for instance. But it actually becomes kind of impactful, and definitely something you want to play around now, right? With Awakening being much stronger, yeah, soul stones being better, this is much better. Again, I think it's a great move. The wish list kind of might as well not have existed before. This becomes much stronger. So yeah, there you are. Let's touch on, well, a small thing first of all. Let's go to the bigger things after that. So we've got now permanent super raids always on in Sand Devil, in Phantom Shoguns, Dragons, Ice Golems, Spider, and Fire Knight. So like the 6 right-hand side dungeons, basically your typical gear dungeons, and then the Ascension, Gear Ascension dungeons, they now all have permanent super raids on all the time. I think that's a great time saver, right? You want to sink energy into stuff quickly, you can now always do it, so that's cool. Hopefully they don't up the requirements for tournaments and events and stuff. I'm worried about that, but hey, this is a great move. Those are always on. I'd love to see temporary summon, yeah, I'd love to see temporary super raids come to like Iron Twins, the Potion Keeps, to Minotaurs. Can we have like temporary super raids in those now? That could be a good move. Then we could have permanent super raids in those maybe next year. I don't know. Space out the quality of life, eh? But hey, that could be something we see. That could be quite fun. That's a small thing, which is a new one. Let's touch on something. I touched on this in a lot of detail in my previous video, but this is a game changer, guys. We have a new type of legendary champion, Faction Unity champions. The big deal about these is they're going to begin releasing legendary champions with Faction Unity skills. Okay, so that's interesting. It's not epics or mythicals. These are looking to be just legendaries, and champions with Faction Unity skills won't be in the summoning pool under normal circumstances. They will be featured in different in-game activities instead. So these are the type of champions that very likely you're going to have to go pretty hard for. I think worst case scenario, maybe you get these champions for winning like a champion summoning tournament. Nightmare, right? Kraken only. Champion training tournament. Again, that's quite likely as well. And those can be absolutely brutal. Like if you ever try to win a hardcore champ training tournament, it's quite something. That spot. We could also see them potentially in guaranteed events, in heroes paths, and those can be very intense as well. Like think about the one we just had for Elatrion Blade Master, Deck of Fates. You know, these champs could be insanely tough to get. Now we broke this guy down. Check out the champion video. This guy is insane. But what's the deal with him? Well, number one, they've got these new type of aura, which give you extra benefits to champions from the same faction. And then they've got skills. So for instance, Behold the Banner, his A3, to give you an example here, 30% shield for everyone and ally protection to everyone except for him on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, and it gets stronger the more champions you have from his faction. If he has one other Bannerlord with him, he instantly activates this skill whenever an ally is revived. So anyone gets revived, as long as there's another Bannerlord on the team, 30% shield and ally protection for everybody. Just insane. 2 faction allies gives him block damage for 2 turns. With 3 faction allies, buffs placed by this skill cannot be removed. So an irremovable ally protection and block damage. It's kind of insane. You can see all of his skills in the champion video. He looks so overpowered, it's not even funny. And the other champs coming as well look so OP as well. So we are seeing, I think, like an insane level of power creep in 2024. It looks genuinely nuts. Like, probably have to really recalibrate, you know, what we see as the strongest champions in the game. Like, we're gonna reach another sort of tier of power with these mythicals and faction unity. And yeah, it's just kind of nuts, right? The final thing then to look at in this particular video, as if we haven't had enough, is we obviously have now the Fragment Exchange. So this is what it looks like, guys. So basically, you build up exchange points by cashing in old fragments, and then you can use them for chests. This is really bad news. You get 1 to 3 champions for Maud. High Mother Maud. This is the only way to get her. 1 to 3. That's rubbish. Like, in my video speculating on this, I thought we get 5 fragments each time, and I was thinking it's miserable. This is so much worse. 1 to 3. Each chest contains one of the following rewards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are 17. So, in theory, and again, I don't know what the drop chance is. Like, it could be much more weighted towards something shitty. I don't know. But, like, off the top of our head, let's say we've got a 1 in 17 chance to get Maud. And let's say on average we get 2 fragments. So, we'd need, with 2 fragments, we need to get it 50 times. So we need 50 times 7. What is that? 50 times 17. 50x 17. So we'd need to open, that can't be right, 850 chests. Is that right? We have to open 850 chests to get enough fragments for her. Like, that can't be right. I don't know. Well, we'll have to, again, data mine the exact drop chances. Let's try it right here. And basically, how do we get these? Weirdly enough, Jetney, for me, on the test server, is marked as a broken thing, so I could exchange all of her fragments. That's weird. I don't know why that is. Like, I cannot do that with Gwendolyn. I can't do it with Zinogre. So I wonder if this is just a bug. But it's interesting that I can't exchange anyone else. But here we go. Like, let's exchange them right now. So Fire Gun, Old Fusion. Yeah, cash in. There we go. Gives us 3 chests. Great Floriaka. It's going to give us a ton of chests. 15. Cash in her right there. Cool. Cash in Wuji. Just cash in everyone that I've missed. Arlinia. Got 30 fragments for her. 20 for Scabrius. 20 for him. We've got 15 for Demitha. We've got 10 for Brago. We've got 10 for Giscard. 10 for Kreela. 5 for Versolf. I think a really nice thing about this is it does clear out the fragment portal, which is a much, much needed thing. So now the fragment portal is much more clean. Why is there a 0 fragment Percock the Malformed in there? That seems like a bug. Obviously, these are permanent fragments. No, these should probably go away as well. Huntress and Bloodhorn, they don't really need to be there, huh? I think they were once-off fragments from the Tag Bazaar. They could go away. Jomarsa is a once-off that I have pulled from Referral. Yakarl and Yannicka once-off from the clan shop. So yeah, hopefully they can remove some of these old ones that are like once-off. That's probably a bug and will get ironed out, but hopefully they can clear that up. Like, for me, Cronam should still be here because I don't have him, but I obviously got Drexthar from the Bazaar. I got these from the clan shop, so they should really go away. But yeah, we've got 39 chests. Here we go. Let's open up 10. We got 5 fragments for Maud. Right? That's it. 5 fragments for Maud. If we multiply that by 4... we do it 3 more times, we'd be up to 20 fragments for Maud. 20, we are 1/5 of the way there for High Mother Maud from this. How long did it take me to get all of those fragments we just exchanged? Let me tell you. That took me 3 years of playing this game. Pretty intensively. That's 3 years to get 1/5 of Maud. So, we're going to have to play for another 12 years. In 12 years' time. I'll be in my 40s. I'll be in my mid-40s, dear Lord. That's when we can finally get High Mother Maud. Like, this seems honestly kind of terrible, is my initial impression. Like, this seems just dumb, right? I know you guys left comments on that video. A lot of you have more fragments than me, because you're crazy. But hey, there you go. But that just seems insane. Like, if you look at the power creep that's happening just this year alone, check out the champion video. Like, the champion showcases from this. Like, champions are getting so much more powerful. Like, there's no way that this champ will be any way useful for me in 12 years. Will he even be playing the game in 12 years? He might as well not exist, right? It's a nice thing to clear this up, but kind of irrelevant. Like, let's turn in a full 100 legendary a full legendary champion. Let's exchange it for the sake of it. We got what, 20 more chests? We got another 10 fragments on average? Something like that, right? That all we got out of it? Turn in an entire legendary for 10 fragments of mod? It's just not worthwhile. So this seems like almost a total waste of time. Like, you could go super hard for every fragment fusion and try get extra to try get her. But like, at the same time, you could always just not bother, right? You could always just not bother and just say, screw it, I'll just never get mod. I mean, she looks cool. I'll give you that, and she's decent, but is she worth the hassle? She has a very strong passive. Is she worth the hassle? I don't know. So there you go. Let me know what you think of that. But hey, I'd say I'm pretty disappointed with that. I think that's silly. I would almost say, you know, maybe just hold on to these for now. Like, cash them in, clear up your portal. That's fine for stuff that you don't care about. But, you know, maybe you're actually like, what are 5 mod fragments doing for me? Nothing. It's probably worth, like, what are the chances? Either pull stuff as I go for 12 years or wait for them to buff this. I think it's much more likely that they buff this, so I'd probably be hanging on to it. Like, the other rewards are kind of crap. Like, just hang on to your Fragment Exchange for now. Just have them sitting there is sort of my vibe, and wait for them to probably buff this. It might take a year or two, but I don't know. Unless you work it out for yourself. Like, work it out for yourself, how many fragments you have. Is it possible to get her? I probably wouldn't bother even cashing these in for ages, which is a sad thing to say. So for me, that's an absolute disaster of game design. Guys, come on. It should be like 10. Multiply it by 10. It should be, let's be real, it should be like 10 to 30 mod fragments per chest. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit too much. We'd have, you know, if we multiplied it by 10, we'd have 50 right now. Okay, maybe that's excessive. It should be like 5 to 10. Come on, 5 to 10 fragments per chest. Something. I don't know. I don't know. We can work out something reasonable if we try. But yeah, look, that is the patch. Like I said, we ended on a bum note there. We ended on a bad note. But other than that, we've got some crazy stuff coming in this patch. If this is a sign of stuff happening in 2024, like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy year. We don't even know what sort of new content is coming this year. But just like the new champs and like the changes they're making to the game, like, it seems like they're willing to really change things up. Make spicy changes. So there you go. Yeah, we'll see, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this. Seems pretty cool to me and kind of insane. Yeah, it's a mega patch. Check out my video on the champions. We will do videos, of course, showcasing any of these champions you want to see. Let me know that as well, or any of the new stuff you want to see. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Goodbye.